The useless supplements that people are wasting their money on. Many people spend hundreds of dollars on nutritional supplements every year, hoping to boost energy levels, improve sleep, and prevent diseases. But if you're using the wrong types, they may not be doing anything at all. In this video, I'll walk you through the most common useless supplements to avoid so that you can stop wasting your money and focus on what actually works. Firstly, we have vitamin C. Most vitamin C supplements on the market are made from synthetic ascorbic acid, which is made from petroleum-based chemicals. This is not the full vitamin C complex found in nature and only makes up around 5% of the complete vitamin C structure. Real vitamin C from whole foods includes bioflavonoids, minerals, and enzymes that help your body absorb and use it. So instead of wasting your money on ascorbic acid, choose whole food supplements made from acerola cherry, rose hips, or camu camu powder. Or more easily, just get enough vitamin C by simply eating berries, peppers, or a raw salad every day. 2. Calcium carbonate. Doctors often recommend that older patients may need calcium supplements to strengthen their bones. However, modern studies show us that these supplements don't strengthen bones at all. Calcium carbonate is a cheap form of calcium made from limestone, the same material that's used in cement. This is why calcium pills are so heavy, because you're literally holding a bottle of rocks. Taking calcium before a meal can also block the absorption of protein, minerals, and other nutrients because it neutralizes your important stomach acid. In fact, taking excess calcium can actually cause calcification and hardening of the arteries, leading to high blood pressure, stroke risk, or heart disease. It has also been shown to form kidney stones and increase joint pain. Populations with the highest bone density actually consume the bones of small fish like sardines and anchovies, which provide calcium in a highly absorbable form alongside other important cofactors like vitamin D and K2. 3. Multivitamins. Most multivitamins only contain the bare minimum amount of nutrients and are completely useless. Most of the brands use synthetic, cheap, isolated vitamins that lack the natural cofactors needed for them to work. For example, you may notice calcium carbonate on the back of the bottle, ascorbic acid, or even cyanocobalamin, which is a very poor quality B12 which can have toxic effects. If you want to have a healing effect on your body, you'd need to have much higher doses of high quality types of nutrients. The only multivitamin that I recommend as a foundation is a brand called Performance Lab, which produces nutrients through fermentation. However, even the best multivitamin is only for maintenance, not for fixing specific health concerns. 4. Iron. You may notice that taking ferrous sulfate, an inorganic form of iron supplement, turns your stool black. This is because it is very poorly absorbed and is not the form of iron that humans can use. Excess inorganic iron can build up and start to rust out your tissues, nerves, and cause premature aging. Too much iron also severely damages the liver and can feed bad pathogenic bacteria. If you've been told your iron levels are low, you can raise them much more easily by eating heme iron from red meat, organ meats, or even a desiccated liver supplement. Moving on to number 5 now, which is gummies. Unfortunately, gummy vitamins are often loaded with maltodextrin, dextrose, and artificial sweeteners, which can spike your blood sugar and contribute to weight gain and fatty liver disease. Take apple cider vinegar gummies for example. They claim to aid digestion and weight loss, yet you'd need to eat an entire bottle just to match 1 tablespoon of real apple cider vinegar. Influencers are often claiming that different gummies will help with their hair growth and their collagen, but they're actually nothing more than candy with some synthetic vitamins. On my channel, I have hundreds of videos on nutritional supplements that actually work. Just search the name of the health problem or the vitamin that you're interested in, followed by Ryan Taylor Natural Remedies at the end. You'll find real up-to-date information based on real studies. Number 6 is vitamin D. Most vitamin D supplements contain doses that are just far too low. Research shows that at least 9,600 IUs of vitamin D3 is needed daily to just prevent cancer. Yet outdated RDA guidelines that were set decades ago still recommend between 400 to 800 IUs. Now, just 20 minutes of sunlight exposure on your skin actually produces 10,000 IUs, proving that it's not as toxic as some people believe. If you take vitamin D, you need at least 10,000 IUs a day as just a maintenance dose. Higher doses of up to 50,000 are sometimes needed with severe deficiencies and for fixing specific health problems. Vitamin D must also be taken with magnesium, which is important to help the body absorb it. Many supplements also contain vitamin D2 instead of D3, which is the inactive, useless form, so make sure that you do start to check the labels. Number 7 is potassium. Potassium is a vital mineral that works with sodium from salt to transfer water in and out of your cells to hydrate you. But most potassium supplements only contain 99 milligrams per dose, yet the body needs 4,700 milligrams per day. You'd have to swallow 47 tablets daily just to reach the required amount, which is completely impractical. Bananas are also recommended for potassium, but their high sugar content actually depletes potassium. Instead, you should aim to meet your potassium needs by eating avocados, leafy greens, and cruciferous vegetables. If you're supplementing, potassium citrate up to 2,000 milligrams per day is a better option, but it should be taken with other trace minerals for balance. By the way, I'll be putting links below the video to some higher quality supplements for your convenience. 8. Vitamin E. Most vitamin E supplements contain only DL-alpha tocopherol acetate, which is only a synthetic fraction of the full vitamin E complex. However, the real benefits come from natural tocotrienols, not tocopherols, in strengthening the blood vessels and the heart. Even if you take both types together, they actually compete and cancel each other out. The best form of vitamin E comes from annatto extract, which is naturally rich in tocotrienols. Moving on now to number 9, probiotics. Many of the probiotic supplements on the market do not survive your stomach acid, meaning that they never reach the intestines where they're needed. Even when they do, many of the brands lack diversity and they don't stay in your gut long enough to have a lasting effect. To truly populate your gut with beneficial bacteria, probiotics need to be protected with a gastro-resistant coating. This allows them to bypass the harsh stomach acid and dissolve in the intestines where they're needed. Instead of relying on a supplement, it's much better to get probiotics naturally from fermented foods like sauerkraut, kimchi, and kefir. You can also get wild strains of these just by eating raw vegetables or by making fermented dairy like El Rutieri yogurt at home. If you do want to take a probiotic, choose one that has a wide range of strains with at least 50 billion CFUs and a gastro-resistant enteric-coated delivery system. Next we have protein drinks, bars or powders. Protein powders and bars often contain something called soy protein isolate, a highly processed form of soy that disrupts your hormones. Soy protein increases estrogen, which damages the liver and contributes to weight gain, especially around the belly and the hips. Over time, this can cause poor circulation in the legs and feet, since high estrogen levels can weaken veins. Some of these protein bars also contain toxic additives, artificial sweeteners, and heavy metals from poor quality sources. So if you're looking for protein, it's cheaper and much easier to get it from whole foods like eggs, red meat, fish, or poultry. 11. Cheap fish oils. Many of the cheap fish oil supplements are already rancid before you even take them due to oxidation. Good fish oils should be stored in the fridge, just like real fish, yet most of the supermarket brands sit on the shelves for months. Low-quality fish oils also contain lower levels of DHA and EPA, which may have also been processed with chemical solvents. It's the same with the cheap cod liver oils, which often have synthetic vitamin A added, which can accumulate in your liver and become toxic over time. For high-quality, more stable omega-3 supplements, I recommend algal oil, Icelandic virgin cod liver oil, or Antarctic krill oil. And number 12 is magnesium oxide. Magnesium is essential for over 300 biochemical processes, including energy production, muscle function, and relaxation. But sadly, over 60% of people are now deficient in magnesium because of poor soil quality and consuming processed foods. This is why magnesium supplements are now very popular. However, most of them use cheap magnesium oxide, a form of it which is poorly absorbed and has only about 4% bioavailability. Not only is this useless for replenishing magnesium levels in your cells, but in higher doses it can actually have toxic effects leading to diarrhea. For real benefits, you want to use high quality bioavailable forms of magnesium like magnesium glycinate, taurate or orotate, which can help with sleep, stress relief and muscle relaxation. Broadly speaking, the problem with supplements is that if you don't fully research them, you'll likely fall into the trap of buying the wrong one and wasting your money. Real supplements that actually work. So to summarize some of the real supplements mentioned today, we have whole food vitamin C from acerola cherry, rose hips or camu camu powder to raise your antioxidant levels and fight aging. Calcium should come from whole foods like sardines, anchovies, cheese or bone-in salmon. The Nutrigenesis multivitamin from Performance Lab contains nutrients made through fermentation with cofactors that help you absorb them. Desiccated liver supplements contain the real form of iron for humans, but it's much easier to just eat red meat. Raw apple cider vinegar can be mixed with water to stabilize blood sugar and support weight loss. Just don't use the gummies. Up to 2,000 milligrams a day of potassium citrate can balance your electrolytes, support blood pressure and hydration. Vitamin E in the form called tocotrienols from annatto extract is much better. High-quality probiotics should have at least 50 billion CFUs and multiple strains. For omega-3s, you're better off with algal oil, Icelandic virgin cod liver oil, or Antarctic krill oil, as these are more stable and less likely to oxidize. And magnesium should be taken in bioavailable forms like glycinate, bisglycinate, taurate, orotate, or L-threonate. When to take your supplements. Generally speaking, it's best to take most of your supplements in the morning so that they're already in your system throughout the day when you need them most. You may choose to take them just before your first meal, as some of these nutrients need a little fat to help you absorb them by activating bile release. If you're using a supplement for sleep, however, like magnesium glycinate, you should take this 1 to 2 hours before bed to relax your nervous system. Now, electrolyte powders which have potassium are best to spread out throughout the day, especially if you're fasting or sweating a lot, so you can keep replenishing them. Taking supplements at the right time helps to increase absorption, avoid side effects, and get the most out of the money that you're spending on them. However, it's my philosophy that we should be getting most of our nutrition from food and only using supplements for maintenance or using higher doses to fix specific health conditions. For example, an aging adult with high blood pressure may take higher doses of vitamin D3 and K2 to improve blood flow and relax their arteries, whereas a young person who spends a lot of time outside or eating fish may not need as much. My videos are designed to give you information that you need to make wise choices and further your own research, but by no means do I want you to waste all of your money on supplements. Fixing your lifestyle, fasting, and managing your stress can make a huge impact all for free. In fact, just by going on a low-carb diet and cutting out junk foods, your body almost instantly gets better at recycling the nutrients it already has. For more information on supplements that actually work, watch the playlist that I've put on the screen now. Thank you so much for watching, wishing you great health, wealth, and happiness.